how's life?
Uh, Chaotic right now.
Yeah, especially since it's just one you and your other one is gone for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, Cameron, he is the director of creative media for Lion I Am Ministries. He got his title recently, and he he was very excited about that. And so anyways, he is the filmer for Monty and any teachers that come through Lion and Lamb.
Monty Judah of Lion and Lamb Ministries. Monty Judah.
Yeah, Monty Judah. Yeah, Monty Judah.
Not everybody knows Monty like we do.
Right, I guess he's been in my life forever. So
I know it. I know. Yeah, I know.
But anyway, so Monty is currently on a tour with Wisdom and Torah with Rico Cortez in Israel. And so Cameron is literally on a work trip in Israel and just enjoying himself to the max. And so he's filming everything, editing some things. Actually, Monty's last Messianic World update that's up online is from Israel. So that's pretty cool.
Very cool.
So anyways, yeah, he's having a blast. He got to order some awesome camera gear for the trip, and he's in heaven.
I'll bet.
But in fact, so we had to get this app called WhatsApp. And I don't feel like a young person anymore, because when I say that, people under 21 go, "You've never heard of that?" And I'm like, okay, I'm nearing 30. Like it's just a thing. Like, but it's an app that helps you talk internationally without running up your cell phone bill. So
really?
Yeah, so we have this app, and he actually just texted me and said, "Good morning."
Wow, that is very cool. Yeah, because when you said it, I have no idea what that is. So,
he is 8 hours ahead of us.
So
right. When I'm waking up in the morning, it's like mid-afternoon for him. When he's going to bed at night, it's my mid-afternoon. It's it's kind of crazy. So we don't get a lot of time to talk, but it's been a little bit here and there. So
yeah, I've been a couple of times. So your mom and your mom, of course, like you said, has never been. Your mom's never been. So and I've been a couple of times. So we've been through all of that. Ours was with phone calls, though.
Right.
Hospice, that type of thing. And of course, we've got our stories of different things. So has he mentioned any specific places where they've gone yet?
Yeah, he's been to Tiberias. That was something
that's one of the first places.
He really enjoyed that. He's gotten some beautiful pictures of the land, and actually himself up on like a mountain, with it back, and then he just the other day, they got to Jerusalem, and he and Tito Rico's son, Tito, right. They were not, they're like the youngest on the group on the whole thing. And they were like, it's like after dinner, but we're just now in Jerusalem. And so they decided to just go out and explore the town. And before the tour started in Jerusalem. And so Tito kind of took them on foot and showed them around all kinds of cool places. And they actually went to the Western Wall before the tour, and he loved it. He was just like, this is amazing, getting to go without a tour and everything. But then when he went the next day with the tour, it was amazing. You have to have a kippah to go near the Western Wall or whatever, your head covered in some way.
Right.
And which Cameron's not really into to tradition. So he doesn't do the kippah, he doesn't do a tallit or anything like that. So he didn't have those things with him. And so they give you little loners. And so he put it on his head, and he was like, it keeps falling off of my head. It keeps falling off. He was so frustrated with it, but he found the humor in it, and just loved it.
Very cool. Very cool.
I'm loving hearing his stories, especially the stories that he doesn't put on Facebook, just for me, and so.
Well, there is with my hair, and usually it's thin hair. If it's pretty thick, you can do it. Matter of fact, I've never known Monty Judah to ever use clips.
Oh,
he put a kippah up there, and it's there for hours, and he may adjust it a little bit or something like that. But every single one of my kippahs have hair clips, bobby pins. Every single one of them. It makes no difference what it is. And I have 11 kippahs.
Oh yeah.
But every one of them have 4 for one in each corner. And
yeah, and Cameron's got the hair to do that.
What's that?
And Cameron's got the hair to do that.
Yeah, I actually have enough hair left to keep wearing them, and I wear them for services, but I always put the clip in there, and because and it holds it solid. I mean, it never moves or anything.
Yeah, when we go to we have service on Saturday, and then we also go to church on Sunday every single week. And whether I'm volunteering or I'm in the service, I always have my head covered. I always like to have my head covered, and I wear my Sunday best. I still kind of go by that. When I'm going before the Lord, I like I don't like to wear jeans. A lot of people wear jeans and a t-shirt to church these days,
Sure.
And I'm not into that. I like to wear a skirt or a dress or something. And people have asked me recently a lot, actually, why do you wear a head covering when you go to your hair covers your head? Your husband is your covering. And I've loved it because I've really gotten into understanding why I do things in my relationship with God. And I've come to realize that my head covering for me is a symbol of the respect that I show for being under my husband's covering. And so it's tradition, if you will. Right. It's not, I do not believe it's a commandment or anything like that, but I like to show this symbol of being under my husband's covering and respecting him when I go into worship or prayer or anything. And like I said, I wear it on Sundays as well, because I'm serving the same God. I'm going to worship the same God and other things.
Right.
My little tangent.
Wow. It's kind of the same thing, since last year, since you were here, and since last June, I've been going to a local church here, a real big church, and semi-regularly, and I always wear a kippah, and of course I wear my tzitzit, and a lot of it to people ask me questions, and one of the real early times when I first started learning all of this, and that is like 25 years now, because it was 1995 when I first went to Israel. Yeah, exactly. And when I first went to Israel and came back, and it's like, we're gonna check this out. We're gonna figure out what we want to do, and that's like almost, it's about 24 and a half years, because that was Feast of Tabernacles when I went over. But it's one of the things I found out soon afterwards is that the kippah is the head covering is, and there's a couple of different kinds. It's the ones that lay flat with the rim around it, and then there's the cup, and it's not only called kippah or kippah, but it's also called a yarmulke, and the yarmulke is a Yiddish word, Now, I
Mhm.
have forgotten, and I apologize for this, but kippah literally has, as with all Hebrew words or Yiddish words, they all have meanings. And I can't remember which one is which, but one of those two words means the palm of God, and the other one means standing under, or,
Yeah.
or something very similar to standing under. So when I'm asked why do I wear a kippah, since it's not in the Bible and it is tradition, it's very similar to what you had just explained about your head covering. Is that with me knowing that it's on, I'm standing under the palm of God on my head.
Right. Because
And
you have, even though you're a head of a household, you have a head of your heart.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And so, yeah, that's what I go by. That's, to me, that's what's
Yeah.
value. That is the value that I have. Anyway, that's
Watch a
very
couple
cool.
weeks ago if you don't get that.
Yeah, yeah, sure, yeah. Well, I'm
We are richly blessed to bring you what we believe is the fullest, most diverse, yet up-to-date progressive teachings, discussion, and prayer programming you can find anywhere on this planet. Be sure to take the tour of the MessianicLambRadio.com website. I'm Susan Hoogie, thanking you for joining us on the Messianic Lamb Video Network.